Hi guys, and welcome to the final part of Final Fantasy III of our little playthrough. This is part 22, and today is going to be quite a boring part, I'll be blunt, but I'll try to liven it up a little bit. So today we're going to be sort of finishing up the last bits and pieces really, and that involves our last achievement that we need to get, which is to get all of our jobs up to level 99. With all of the characters. And you can see this is where we are with it. Progress not looking too great, but hopefully through a little bit of time and effort we can get this done. Now I just figured I have shown this off previously, but what we need to do is we'll change everybody to a warrior. And obviously we've got a job adjustment phase. I'm not going to bother equipping the characters at the moment. I think we should be all good to go. But I just figured that I'd give you guys a little bit of a heads up on what we're doing when we're leveling. And this is great actually because Ingus is a level 25 warrior, so I can demonstrate this a little easier. Right guys, so we're just going to get into a battle. My last demonstration didn't work too well. I'll explain why in a bit. But what we want to do here, folks, is we just want to guard with all of our team members. And we want to do that 4 times. So this is number 2. Number 3. And last but not least, number 4. And now we just want to attack with one character and guard with the rest. Guard always goes first, that always takes precedent over attack. Or precedence, rather. And what you should see is Luneth, Ark and Refia should get a job level up. There we go. There we go. There we go. And Ingus should not. Now the reason is, Ingus is a higher level warrior. So up to level 13 it is. I think I mistakenly said 15. But up to level 13, all of the jobs only require 5 actions to level up. And then after that, it depends on the job. So I do have a little chart that I'll show you. But because Ingus was a level 25, he should only be getting, he should take 8 turns to get the level up point. So what we should notice is that if I do 3 turns with Ingus, he should get a job level up. So there we go. That's 1 turn, 2 turn. And then on this final turn, Ingus should find himself getting a job level up. And the rest of the characters should not. There we go. But if we go into another battle, hey, goblin, goblin, goblin. Yeah, I told you this one's going to be riveting. And if you just do 2 rounds of action, you should see that again, Luneth, Ark and Refia get their level job level up. Ingus does not. So, why does this happen? Well, this is, well, hopefully. There we go. So the reason my first demonstration messed up was because Ingus got the job level up when I was supposed to demonstrate that he wasn't due to get one. I'll explain why in a second. So, we've got another Microsoft Paint, which I'm sure you all love, probably. And here we've got a little goblin, and we're going to get used to seeing the goblin because it's the best enemy to level up jobs. Why? Because it's weak. You're also right outside the start town, so you can go in for free heal if you need it, or heal I should say. But job levels, that's the important part. So why level jobs? Because it increases your power. You get increased number of hits, you get increased chance for critical hits, increased physical damage. For your monks and black belts, you get increased attack power for the bare fist. You get increased potency with black magic. You get increased potency with white magic, so that means your curative spells heal a bit more. There's increased potency with summon magic. There's increased effectiveness of status inflicting magic. And there's increased effectiveness of special job specific abilities. So we saw that with the Viking, how we had to get that to job level 99 to successfully use Provoke. So that with the Thief, how getting level 99 allows it to steal better equipment, so on and so forth. So all jobs up to level 13, with the exception of the Scholar, get 20 job points per action. The Scholar gets 24 job points per action. After level 13, so from level 14 onwards, the job points per action varies. Now, in order to get a job level up, you need to get 100 job points. The maximum job points you can earn in a battle is 199. It's capped at 199. So you can only get one job level per battle. So that means, effectively, if we take Freelancer for example, that's 20 job points per action, even after level 14. So that means that it needs 5 actions per battle to get to another job level. Now, the Warrior, of course, which is what we did a little example with earlier, once they get past level 14, or 13 rather, they require 14 job points per, or they get 14 job points per action, which means they require 8 actions per battle. So you saw when we had Luneth, Ark and Refia, they only took 5 actions, but because they were below level 13 as a warrior, they got the job level up, whereas Ingus didn't. Now the job points, they do carry over into subsequent battles. So if for example you got 199 job points in one battle, that would mean the following battle you'd only have to do 1 action to get the job level up. And that's why you saw with Ingus, the following battle when I did only 3 actions rather, he got level up and the other 3 characters did not. And then the following battle I did 2 actions and then those 3 got the level up. So hopefully that explains things a little bit. I'll just go through the jobs and the actions per battle that you require. So Freelancer is 5, Warrior is 8, Monk is 8, White Mage is 10, Black Mage is 10, Red Mage is 9, Thief is 6, Ranger is 8, Knight is 9, Scholar is 5, Geomancer is 8, Viking is 8, Dragoon is 7, Dark Knight is 8, Evoker is 10, Bard is 6, Black Belt is 8, Magus is 10, Devout is 10, Summoner is 9, Sage is 10, Ninja is 9, and our friend the Onion Knight is 13. So, what does that mean? Well, it means we're going to get guarding quite a lot. So, hopefully this sort of puts it in a way that explains how the job points work, how the job leveling works, and also why it's important. Perhaps if you don't want to get your character levels too high, but you're struggling a bit, maybe go into a few battles and increase your job levels, and that might help you improve what you might be struggling with, whether it's the amount of curative healing you're doing, or the amount of damage you're doing with your black magic, the number of hits you want. Yeah, so that might be worth doing. You join us just as we're about ready to cross the finish line for the final achievement in the game. That is to get job level 99 for all job classes for all characters. As you can see, I have job level 99 for all of the classes except for the Onion Knight, and that's for all of the characters for Luneth, Ark, Refia and Ingus. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the Onion Knight up to job level 99 to get that final achievement, and I'll join you when we're at job level 98 so that we can cross the finish line together, so to speak. So I'll see you then. As promised, we're at job level 98 with the Onion Knight now, and job level 99 with every other class. And I thought that we could share this experience together, so let's get back, or let's get into a battle rather. And yeah, you can see that Onion Knight looking quite regal, really. Quite like it. There we go. And preemptive strike. So, as always, we're just going to guard and just shove on auto battle. Just need to do this 13 times. There we go. Yeah, this one has taken me. I think I started doing this on around the 10th of May, maybe the 11th of May. As it stands, it's actually the 22nd of May, so it's taken me 11 days. Based off my last video recording, actually, from when I was starting it. So I think initially I thought it was maybe like 2.5 weeks, but I guess it's a bit shorter than that, thankfully. But it feels like a lot longer, trust me. But the end is in sight, so thankfully we are one step closer to reaching our destination. But don't worry, guys, we're still not done with Final Fantasy III just yet. But this is the big one, the one that I was dreading. I've not been keeping count, if I'm being honest. I'll say maybe, let's say 7, 8. So yeah, I'd say for this one, just take it a day at a time. Have stuff on in the background to watch, and yeah, just be up for a rather tedious and boring slog. But as I say, we're coming up to round number 13. The Onion Knight, of course, needs 13 actions. He probably surpassed that, so let's do his final attack. And we'll go normal speed. Why not? And let's let Luna finish it off. Sweet. Hopefully I've not missed one job level. But there we go. And last but not least, Ingus. And there we go, a Jack of all trades achievement. So I did sort of want to grab that achievement on screen. I think it's one that I've been working towards. Okay, so our next port of call is to grab all of the master equipment and master cards from the Master Smith. So we'll get to that, but not before having a celebratory lap around the island. Woo! Freedom. Okay, I can't be asked going around the continent. But yeah, just know that I am ecstatic. Okay, see you from the Master Smith section. So just thought I'd show off the summons, this time using the Evoker. So let's get into a battle and then we can show off some summons. There we go. So there's 8 summons in total. Now the Summoner and the Evoker do have different effects, I believe. So the Summoner always uses the strong, in most cases the strongest spell. Maybe not the most effective spell, but let's have a look at what each summon does. So we've got the Chocobo first of all. Do a little Chocobo dash. That allows you to escape from battle. Yeah, I won't be keeping this saved, by the way, so that won't count as us fleeing from a battle. But let's check out Shiva. Those guys are just guarding. Nice icy stare. And really, I just thought that we'd do this because I haven't used any summons at all, and I thought maybe it might be just to have this as complete as possible, really. Yes, sorry that I wasn't that I didn't utilise this Evoker or Summoner too much. That is Ramu. I believe he's paralysed the little goblin there. So let's see what if it can do. Of course, we've got some hellfire. And some of the animations do look really good. So, you know, I think it is worth showing them off. Yeah, at this point you might think, oh, why is it only doing so little damage? We are at a level 1 evoker as it stands, and it's also not an adjusted evoker, so we've still got a few battles to get it adjusted to its job. But this is more just to show off the summon animations than anything. So I've showed off Efit. Let's see Titan. Lobber time. There we go. Yeah, I've got to the next battle. Alright folks, so now we're going to summon Odin, who of course we have to unlock through the sort of secret Savonian catacombs. Sorry. There he is, with his horse. There we go. Okay, so we're going to show off Odin this time. Of course, we unlocked him from the Savonian catacombs. And yeah, that's the first optional summon that we obtained actually. There we go, with a nice protective light. Here he comes galloping in on this little horse. Sleipnir, is it? That's pretty handy. Here you go, nice stabbing us now. So let's see what Leviathan has to say. Of course, this was our second optional summon. Demon Eye, that sounds pretty scary. Sorry guys. Oh, was that an instant kill? Okay. And last but not least is Bahamut. Oh, I believe I should have been pronouncing it Bahamut. I do apologise if for my mispronunciation, but hey. Does it matter? Probably not. I don't think that goblin enjoys that either. Okay, sweet. So what I'll do is I'll change to Summoner, and I believe they get different, or they get like the ultimate summon abilities once they do cast. So let's see what other abilities these guys have up their sleeves. Yeah, let's see what Choco does in this instance. Well, here we go, we get the Chocobo Kick. This is of course with the Summoner now. And that gives us the opportunity to try out another one. So let's see what Shiva has to say. Not a great deal, I'd imagine, but... Ooh, Diamond Dust. Nice. I always think of Final Fantasy VIII whenever I think of Diamond Dust. Right, so gonna get Sparky out, that's Ramu. See what he has to say. Judgment Bolt. Yeah, I'll make sure not to have it going in fast motion. Poor goblin. Poor goblins. So now it's Efit's turn to have his venture out. Inferno. Is it Disco Inferno? I'm not sure. I don't think it is though. I don't think it is either. Right, so now we've got a Titan. I prefer to loosen, but hey. Sorry, that's a rubbish joke. Have a summon to commiserate. Sorry, Goblin. Right, so we'll bring Odin back into the mix. Zantetsuken, I think that's a one-hit KO as well. That's Odin's sort of classic move, isn't it? So I believe that all of the summons on Evoker that you use, I think they have a chance of using the moves that we use as a summoner. But I think using Summoner guarantees these moves. So I think that's why the summon is more effective. So here we go with Tidal Wave. Hope that Goblin enjoyed its bath. And last but not least, we've got Bahamut, so let's see what they've got to say. Hope it's something pleasant. Mega player, of course. Hello. Wow. Well, that's the summon showcase, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Right folks, so you find ourselves outside Gasol. What we're doing now is we're just going to look out for the Master Smith to get the final Master cards and Master equipment. So essentially just going to be swapping through the jobs. We've already got the freelancer. And just seeking out a Master Smith. So if you're unfamiliar, I'll just show you which spaces you want to look out for. And this is the fastest way. Oh, oh there we go. Oh, so you have a Master Onion Knight among you. You should have this insignia. Thank you. So we get the Onion Knight card. And yeah, you also get a piece of equipment. In this case, the Onion Blade. And then she disappears. So I will say that the Onion Swords are better than the Onion Blade. But there you go. So I'm just going to go grab the Master Smith for each of the characters. I'll show you where else she appears. That was just a fluke that she's in Gasol, to be honest. So if we go into the healing cups, she also has a chance to appear here. And because she's not here, simply exit, go back to Gasol, and we keep going back and forward. So I'm just going to do this for all of the job classes, and I'll cut to each time when we meet her. Alright, see you in a bit. So before I continue, I'll show you what cards I've already gotten from meeting the Master Smith. So we've got the Freelancer card, got a Viking card, Bard card, Thief card, Dragoon card, Black Belt card, Devout card, Ninja card, and you saw that we just got the Onion Knight card. The Met card we get for beating the Iron Giant. I have gotten these cards in previous parts, you might recall, but just in case anybody's sort of watching this part and they're wondering where these particular cards came from, I've already got them. Alright. There's the Master Smith. I see you have a Master Warrior. I am a bit of a warrior myself. Thank you for that. Sweet, get a gigantic axe. Okie dokie. Well, yeah, maybe we will. Maybe we will. And maybe it'll be in the stable. Alright. Oh, there she is. Sorry, I literally just went Gasol and back. And it's like, oh, I love this place so much. So here we get the monk card. As well as the Shura gloves. Sure as can be. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, make sure to travel a little further next time. Okay, so next on our little list is White Mage. Here we go. I'm only changing Luneth out of laziness, not for any other particular reason, just because he's top of the list. Alright, catching a tick. And here she is. And yeah, we do have the Mastered White Mage. Thank you very much. Thank you for the angel though. Much appreciated. Yeah, catch you later. Okay, so this one actually took a little while. Yeah, she's a very welcome sight, as is this Black Mage card. And we also get the Lilith Rod. Perfect. Well, thank you very much. I should stress as well, you can only get one item per visit. So it is not a case of me being able to get keep swapping. But it's time for us to check out the Red Mage. Right to a traffic cone. Hello to the best dress. It's a great outfit, this, isn't it? Oh, well, that was much quicker than the Black Mage. Hello. And yes, we do. Thank you very much. And for that, we get the wonderful Crimson Vest. Thank you very much. Yeah, maybe we will. Maybe we will. Okay, well, now that the Red Mage is all done and dusted, say goodbye to the best dressed and hello to a Ranger. I don't think I've used this class at all during our playthrough. Hello. I do. Thank you for the Ranger card. Thank you for the Artemis bow. Yeah, I should stress it. I don't actually know what these equipments are until I get them. Will I use them? Probably not. But hey, it's nice to have them, right? Okay, so this is a Ranger equipped with a Artemis bow. Let's see how well they do. Yeah, I've also got Medusa arrows. Yeah, this is a skill for Raj. Probably not the best showcase, but hey, we got a showcase, right? There you go. Okay. And it's night and day above the rest of these nights. Thank you for that. So I've been working on that pun all this time. I'm gonna save the Queen. Nice. I think that's Beatrix's weapon in Final Fantasy 9, right? Does it have other appearances? Yeah, I'll think about that. But yeah, nice little call forward, I guess. Okay, so our next job that we're looking for is going to be, I think we've got the Geomancer. We do not have a Geomancer. Let's go get the Geomancer then. Okie dokie. Hello. Yeah, I most certainly am a Master Geomancer. So give me my card. And my bell, of course. My blessed bell. Sweet. Well, yeah. Best of luck. Enjoy tempering that metal and what have you. Right, so our next job is, don't worry, I've not forgotten about the Scholar, even though I was hovering over it quite tantalisingly before going for Geomancer. So, Scholar time. Sorry, I realised Scholar time sounded incredibly nerdy. But we're Scholar, it's supposed to be nerdy, right? I think. Well, either way, we've got our card, and you also get our Scholar equipment, the Omnitome. Perfect. Okie dokie. And for the Dark Knight, we get obviously our Dark Knight card, that goes without saying. But in addition to that, we also get a little Mother Kumo. Mother Kumo. Mother Kumo. You get a sword, probably. Okay. I'm sure that sword has some deep meaning. I'll let you know what that meaning is in 2 seconds. Right, so Mother Kumo it apparently means gathering clouds, and it's apparently a legendary Japanese sword and one of the 3 imperial regalia of Japan. So there you go. There you go. Hopefully that's educational. Apparently it's also the heaviest great sword available. That's in Dark Souls, so I'm not sure about IRL. Or in real life. Okay, well, after that, see, that's a rather scholarly diversion, I feel. It should have been a scholar class for that. But let's change to the Evoker next. Right, so here we go with the Master Evoker. Of course, as you can probably guess, we get the Evoker card. And let's see what our little prize is for this. The Royal Crown. Perfect. Alright. Catch you later, Smithy. And there she is. Hello. Yeah. It's a bit magical. Sorry. that wasn't even a joke. That's just... we've got the Millennium Rod. That isn't a joke as well. That's good. Yeah, she's off on her travels again. Right, so not too far left. We've only got a couple, literally a couple. So we've got Summon and Sage left to do. So let's get ourselves all into our Summoner Guard. And yeah, we've already got the Ninja and the Onion Knight, as you saw earlier. Hello. Here we go with the Summoner card. Sorry, I realise every time I've met this Smith, I've been like, hello, which, there we get the asshole faces. It probably maybe stands out a little bit more for you guys watching, because you're sort of seeing it one after the other, but, you know, sometimes there's like a minute or two between me featuring with Master Smith, so that's alright. Greeter. Okay, well, anyway, last job. Sage. And here we go. The last time we'll be meeting with Master Smith. Thank you very much. And we get the Sage staff. Perfect. Okay, maybe we will. Probably not. So, what does this mean for us? Well, it means that we've got all of the 23 job cards, and interestingly enough, in Gasova, there's actually somebody we can speak to show us these stats. For those wondering what the Sage does, because we didn't show the Sage off at all either, essentially like the Red Mage, we can do black magic, white magic, but we can also do summons as well. The trade-off is that their physical attributes aren't high at all. So yeah, this is our stats as it stands. Well, pretty much everything done now. All of the master cards, and let's show off these master cards, shall we? So, what do we do? Well, don't do much, I'm afraid. And unfortunately, there's no way to sort these. We can check out the ones that we've got and adjust them in whatever order. So, Freelancer card, once it loads up, it does have a nice bit of sort of flavour text to it. I won't. So yeah, here we Master Combat with Battle Hammer and Axe. So some of it can be a bit tongue-in-cheek. Power of Song. Oh, sorry, I won't sing for you. Ferret-like Deafness. I feel like that's a good description of me. Ferrety. Tamed the Very Skies. Sweet. So yeah, I thought, why not show this off? Fist of Unstoppable Force. Pow, wow, wow. ultimate control over the healing cards. Ninja, veritable inventory, ballista. There we go. Metal card is what we get for beating the Iron Giant. So there you go. Onion Knight card. There we go. Proud of that one. Warrior. Oh, it's we've not put a space between it. Experience and countless. Experience countless hours of rigorous battle. Monk demonstrated supreme proficiency. I do say so myself. White Mage achieved supreme knowledge of healing cards. So I keep saying hearts instead of my apologies. Impeccably well versed. Perfect. Red Mage is possessing vast expansive knowledge of magic and clothing style, obviously. Deadly accurate with bow and arrow, despite never using one except once. The Knight demonstrating indomitable courage and bravery. Geomancer achieved harmony with the natural world. Scholar possesses encyclopedic knowledge of the world. I feel like there should be like a BuzzFeed style quiz, like what job class are you? And you do like 10 questions like what's your favourite animal? I'm sorry, Dark Knight is infused with the world's negative energies. Oof. Well, let's hope that we don't get Dark Knight in our little quiz. You know what, it's probably one in existence. Demonstrated masterful summoning. Thank you. Magus is ultimate control over dark magic. Ooh. Summoner completely mastered re-evoking arts. And Sage has incomparable knowledge of the world of magic. Perfect. So yeah, that's all of the job cards, plus the metal card. So what comes next, guys? Well, I'm going to show off a few more Iron Giant fights with different combinations that might work for you. And we're going to do the Cloud of Darkness as Onion Knights. For those who want to stick about, I will show off the Bestiary in full. And I'll also show off the gallery. There's a little gallery that you can get from the title screen. So I'll show off some of those images that can be a reward for sticking about or skipping to the end. Whichever one you want to do. So let's go prep a team for the Iron Giant. Yeah, don't feel like you have to stick about for this bit. This is just little optional, quote-unquote, fun stuff to do. And yeah, I should say actually, if you guys are stopping here, yeah, cheers for watching so far. I'll catch you next time. Which won't be Final Fantasy 3 because this is the last part. Right guys, so join us in the question mark dungeon, in the secret dungeon. We're going to try to challenge the Iron Giant again. I'll just show you our team as it stands. So this is what we're looking like. I've got Luna as a bard, Ark as a magus, Refi as a devour, and Ingus as a magus. I might edit this fight quite heavily so you're not having to sit through the whole thing. But let's get into it. Cut back to the end. I certainly don't want to do that. Let's get a song going. Now, I do have them all on my back row as well. I'm pretty much just equipped. Got good stuff on. What I haven't done, what I should have done, is sort out my magic. Because I think we can get more MP than this. So let's. You should have plenty of elixirs. Use that on the Iron Giant. Yeah, Ingus can just be on elixir duty. And yeah, just essentially doing what we did last time. I did put the Protect Ring on Refia. I thought that would work better just because I think Lunith also has a Protect Ring on. Now Flare, I thought was doing pretty decent damage against it, much better than physicals. I'll try maybe doing a physical base party, maybe with Onion Knights, maybe without, we'll see. Obviously at this point we're all job level 99, so perhaps it's, yeah, we're just going to swap the equipment, as I say, pretty much doing what we did with the last battle. I feel like the Bard is pretty much indispensable. Flare, Girardi going, goes without saying, but obviously make sure to heal up the MP before coming in. Lunith is just casting Shell and Protect. I believe this is the only way that you can cast Shell with the Bard. I could be wrong, but I believe this is the case. What I will do as well is I'll use one more elixir on I'll use one more elixir on Rapier, but I think we can withstand this assault. As I say, if anything interesting happens, I'll put to it. But yeah, as I say, you see me sort of darting between the battle. That's why. Follow hard that one. Let's sing song. There you go. So we've got our flare up. Yeah, let's an elixir on. Too far down again. Get an elixir on Rapier, that should keep her MP up, and then, as I say, should be good to go. And I just thought this might be a way of showing how you might want to fight the Iron Giant if you don't have any Shurikens, or if you can't afford Shurikens, if you've not got Onion Knights. No, it's not all Shuriken. You can use other methods. But yeah, I'll cut to. I'm about to beat this boss, I think. Although before I do that, actually, because we're going to get Ingus on the offense, so I'm going to draw the harp again, and sing another flare. Yeah, but once they become start running low on MP again, that's Ingus and Arc. I'll just have Ingus elixir and both up again. But yeah, now we can start having Ingus work on sorting this, getting on the offensive, I should say. Yeah, slowly but surely, just whittle down this guy's MP, or HP rather. There we go. Flare. Now, as I've mentioned the last time we fought the Iron Giant, even though it's saying 9,999, it could be doing higher than that. This guy has 199,999 HP, so as long as we keep doing this, should be all good to go. In about 10 rounds? Let's see. Once it gets to 25% HP, that's when it starts using cleave, and I think that's when we'll see whether this strategy holds up. Again, because I've got to keep swapping the Bard's weapon, it's not something I can just put in auto battle. Fortunately for my own laziness. A bit of damage on Ingus there. the curative is without doing any damage here. See how Ingus's spell does. Alright, so I have officially gone a little bit lazy and just using the auto battle to speed up the process once we've already once I've swapped my harp. Again, the physical damage is coming in thick and fast, but I think we got this. I should also add, I don't know if I showed off the equipment. I will show off the equipment after this fight, just so that you guys can see what I do actually have equipped. But I do have ribbons on each of the party members, so that you know. There we go. Oh, swipe. Okay, there we don't go. Oh, I got excited then. Okay, so I think the swipe is what I'm most scared of, but again, we can outlast the damage, and yeah, perhaps if it gets a little hairy, like depending on if it focuses on anybody in particular, we can always just start have a round of throwing elixirs at ourselves. That should help. So again, not worried about it, even though it's below that quad 9 HP for Luna and Rapier. They may be a little worried. Okay, so yeah, I think no, we don't even need a round of elixirs. And had I lasted to the next round, I would have used probably an elixir on each of the characters. There you go, that's a more magic focused attempt. Let's see what sort of equipment has had on. So, yeah, swapping between the Medora harp and the Apollo harp. Got Ribbon, Bard, Best and Protect Ring. Millennium Rod and Omni Rod. He had the best rods on. Ribbon, Black Robe, Diamond bases. Holy Wand, Elder Staff, Ribbon, White Robe, Protect Ring. Ice Rod, Mythal Rod, Ribbon, Mage Robe, Diamond bases. Okay. Right, so this one is probably going to be the one that I feel like I'm going to fail at the most. Oh no. So, let's see how we get on with it. In fact, I'm going to start ourselves in the back row, but I will move forward. So, yeah, let's get into it. Now, first of all, I am going to use turtle shells on both Luna and Ingus. So we're going to go for a more physical approach this time round. And we will obviously have our casting flare in the background, but it can be there on elixir duty if need be. And obviously I think it goes without saying a devour is needed for healing, or at least somebody capable of healing. So the turtle shells is just going to ensure that we have protect on ourselves. Could have casted it with Refia, but I didn't want to waste it and move up shore. Now I think this one is probably going to be, I'm not sure whether we'll be successful at it, to be honest. I must admit actually, after that, the first one where I did it would be Viking, Bard, Devour and Ninja. I did attempt a couple of attempts with black belts, which didn't go too well. We'll see how we get on. So, let's move these guys to the front. And yeah, I think this is where it's going to get a bit dangerous. Now, I don't want to use any throw-in. Of course, if you wanted to really deal damage, and this is how we did it previously, was just throwing the shurikens. And yeah, could have easily just had a team of ninjas. Not sure where the shurikens are now, but they're there. There we go. So yeah, throwing shurikens is all well and good, and yeah, that at the lower levels that really does assist greatly. But I wanted to do it a little bit differently, and just sort of show a couple of different, that you don't have to stick to one set method. Now, our characters are in the front row, so that does mean they're going to take a lot of damage. Hopefully we can deal some good damage as well. So it might be that we do need to rely on some elixirs here. So let's get attacking. As you can see, having to move to the front row has already cost us a couple of turns, as well as setting up the protect in the first place. And you can see how much extra damage we're taking. 4k. Not great. Okay. I mean, obviously it's not bad, but you sort of expect a little more. Okay, let's see how. Okay, Dark Knight is. The Dark Knight seems to be faring a little better in terms of health, but yeah, I think even as a matter of safety, it might have to take Ingus and loop her to the back row. But let's see whether we can get through this. As well, we've got the flare going on in the background. I think the swipe is where it's going to really affect us. So maybe we can do a guard until Ingus is healed up, and yeah, see how we get on. Yeah, you can sort of see that if you get picked on a little bit, just how much that is going to affect you. We're in a pretty good position here in terms of health. It's only Luna who's below quad 9s now, so we might be alright. Get a flare going. I might start using some elixirs as well a little later. But oh, crit, awesome. And of course, last time, okay, so we've lost one damage dealer, but you've got to remember in our last attempt we were using a bard. I wasn't dealing any damage, that's pure buff, right? And our second our second Magus rather was stuck chucking elixirs for the first part, so yeah, even just having that one Magus as well as our physical attackers does seem to be doing a pretty good job. Just want to keep an eye out for when our protect runs out. And honestly, I think swipe is going to be a big one. Hopefully we can outlast that. I've not really been keeping an eye on how much damage we've been dealing, but say about 17k per round seems feasible, right? At a minimum as well. Let's say. So, yeah, I think doing this entirely physical would be maybe impossible. So at this point, I do want to use an elixir. Now, I did say that I wanted Art to chuck the elixir, but that doesn't make sense because he's dealing the most damage. So, in fact, I think Luna's doing more damage than Ingus, so it just makes sense for Ingus to chuck the elixir on himself. And seeing how low we are on Flare MP, I will use an elixir on Art with Ingus next time as well. Hopefully he gets it off before getting hit. But there we go. 1 in 4 chance. Sweet. So now I think it's Luna who needs healing, but he should get hit by the cure, so that's not too bad. Okay, so what else was he going to say then? There we go. Ah, Ingus's protector's worn off. Right, so let's go for elixir with everybody. You might think, oh, why are you doing this? But what I want to do with Rapier is cast Protect. So Protect. There we go. It could also do some haste actually. That would improve our attack rate, wouldn't it? That's Bacchus side. I've got 2 of those. Right, sorry, I'm just contemplating myself. Okay, we'll just use the elixir. Play it a little bit safe. But hopefully this works now. Again, the reason I'm doing this is because I need to get a Protect on Ingus, and I will need to probably do the same for Luna, so at least we can keep our health somewhat high. I could have just used a tilt. What? Okay. He's not so affected by Protect, is he? Is he? Oh, by being an idiot. Well, there we go. That's the first. Okay, he might still be under the effect of Protect. Okay, that's fine. I didn't know this is glowing. Again, I saw this Protect thing will be the end of me. I had a bit of kerfuffle in the Cloud of Darkness fight originally. Okay. Now, I reckon they're going to be getting close to... we're going to be getting close to the swipe being used. So what I might do is I might move our characters back to the rear. I'm going to use an elixir with on himself, and of course a Curaja. Now I think it is best just to get a bit of prep work done in advance, because what I don't want to do is for us to get swiped and then just have it all. Oops. Sorry, that's just me chucking my pen to one side if you heard that. Yeah, having me. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Bothered. So, yeah, I'm glad that move paid off actually. Has Reppy used Kirajo? She's still yet to go. Yes, she's used it. Okay. Hopefully she goes before Fenvi Iron Giant. Yeah, at least we know that we're getting close to the end now, so around 50,000 left to go. Obviously our damage outputs drop quite significantly, I'd probably say, if it's just take that on. Oof. Oh no. Oh, there we go. So what could we have done differently there? I think we were close, and I think what I would have done differently if I were to do that again, I'm not going to do that again, but I think we could have managed it, and I think if I'd maybe used elixirs with everybody, did a round of that. Okay, well, that's that sorted. So let's try another strategy. And this one is just going to be a rather simple one, a ninja strategy. And let's try this one. I would recommend 20 shurikens, right? Sorry, between 12 to 15 shurikens. In our initial fight, we had 20. I think we used maybe 15, maybe 16. I know it's towards the higher end. And because we're just gonna throw shurikens, we can, and we're in the back row, we can just put this on auto battle. I think that's what I'll do. And then perhaps if you start getting low on health, I'll just use a just elixir it all up. So there's that shortcut. There we go. And, yeah, let's put in an auto and see how this works. Doing nothing special, no turtle shells or anything. Although I could use turtle shells to perhaps reduce the damage influx, but I think it'll be alright. As you can already see, again just taking it as doing 9999. I think last time we predicted our damage output's been around 17k max. This one can already see we're minimum at 30k, so you can already see how much faster this can be. There we go, he's using swipes already. Okay, you know what, I reckon we've got this. Sorry, Raffia. So there you go, that's the easy method of doing it. Folks, back here we come. Now I've got a fully equipped set of Onion Knights. I've put both Onion Swords on each of our characters, having the Onion Shield. But if we need it, perhaps we can always switch it in battle. And that's one thing that I could have perhaps done on, do you know, a physical party where we lost. I could have maybe swapped out when I swapped him to battle and just had like shields on. But hey, it's just more food for thought. So let's see how we get on with Onion Knights, the strongest class in the game. They can use pretty much any magic, white or black magic. So Luna has a full set of white magic. Likewise, with Vethia, Ark and Ingus have a full set of black magic. Unfortunately, we can't use summons, but we can equip any weapon. And yeah, let's get on with it. In fact, I was actually going to say, maybe we could equip the harp and see how we do with that. But the reason the harp I don't think would do much good is because we can't sing, obviously. More ways than one. So yeah, very high vitality, and pretty much all we're going to do is just attack and use elixirs, say maybe after every 2 rounds. Sounds like a plan to me. So I'm just putting it in auto, getting a couple of criticals here as well. That, I mean, we'll obviously use equipment elixirs here, but I'm wondering whether it's worth. Again, I'm actually in the front row for this one, so I'm being pretty reckless, if I'm being honest. If you're wondering where I've got all these elixirs from, it's literally just from fighting those dragons, getting to level 99. So if you ever need any elixirs, that's the way to do it. I hope you don't mind me fast forwarding through this. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe if we just do a round of using turtle shells as well, even though of course it means that we miss a round of attacks. Should hopefully mean that we're good to go in terms of protection. Puts us in a little bit of a better position. Of course we could, that's a good idea, rather than waste too many turtle shells. Just cast protect, aren't we? Okay, that makes sense. And flare, of course. Now our MP is a little bit lower, but yeah, I forgot that we've still got flares as well. Okay, let's try this. There's our best damage output. So what we'll do is after this round of attacks, we'll cast Protect on Ark and Ingus. We can just cast Flare again. Then we can do another round of elixirs. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. So let's have Protect that. And haste as well, actually. That's a. You know what? These Onion Knights are pretty useful, I'll tell you. But yeah, I think it's neat to just sort of show how you can do the boss with like the overpowered class. It feels good, right? We've earned this. So again, could still mess up, but I think it will be good to go. And then Ingus is obviously going to get his flare off. So before we go into the next round, let's use another set of elixirs, and is there any point in hasting ourselves up if our damage output's alright, but I might as well use Flare with Ark and Ingus and yeah, attack with Luna from Mafia. I guess he could just use haste on Luna from Mafia, and might as well plonk Ark and Dingus in the back row. We go to there. So yeah, don't do what I did. If you want to do it efficiently, keep these two in the back row. There you go. That's my pro tip. But yeah, with the protect, you can already see that the damage output is quite low, and not only doing a couple of 100 damage. There you go. Sometimes it's simple when you see when you engage your brain a little bit. So, no, you know, not that you wouldn't engage your brain, but mainly I wouldn't. I'm always a bit slow on strategies and stuff. If I'm being honest, so I'm just gonna auto battle this, and yeah, should we need, we'll I'll go for another round, and then we'll do a safety elixir round, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think this is the way to go. Haste essentially means that we're doing more go on to the swipes. Yeah, so this is where it gets a little bit dangerous, but nothing that we can't handle. So let's try getting our elixirs on. Love this battle theme. Yeah, I would say this is actually one of my favourite boss themes, and yeah, if you've heard it in 8-bit, I'm sure you'd agree just how I really dig the 8-bit version of it. And it's like when it gets to the climax, I don't know what the terminology would be, but you know, maybe the chorus or whatever. It just sounds so funky. I really dig it. Okay. Well, again, not in the best of health, but I think we might as well go on the offensive. Got nothing to lose for it, and yeah, I think he's almost done. I think he's done. So there you go. That's another way of doing it with the Onion Knights. There you go. Hopefully, that's a nice few methods. So what I'm going to do now, folks, is I'll meet you outside the Cloud of Darkness, and yeah, we'll show off the Cloud of Darkness fight with the Onion Knights, and just see how much simple it is when we're at level 99. I'll catch you over there. Cheers, folks. So we found ourselves outside of the Cloud of Darkness. Now, I'm pretty happy with how I remembered to get up the Crystal Tower. It's been a while, but obviously it's imprinted or imparted onto my memory. So let's give this one a shot. And yeah, this is really just to demonstrate, you know, if you go for Onion Knight, level 99, level 99 job level, you know, how much... I mean, not simpler. Of course, you've got to put in the effort to get to this level, so it's a well-deserved reward. But you know, just how you might expect to want to defeat the Cloud of Darkness at these kinds of levels. And yeah, it would probably be a bit of a cakewalk. Probably more so than the Iron Giant as well. I think if you do want to challenge yourself, yeah, just try figuring out different strategies for the Iron Giant. And, yeah, and if any of you do have any, I know I don't do video responses on YouTube, but yeah, feel free to let me know upload your own recordings or whatever. If you've got any specific strategies for beating the Cloud of Darkness or the Iron Giants, I'd be interested to hear how you tackle them. So of course we'll stick with beating up the tentacles, if that makes sense. And you know what? I'll do both at once. So essentially, our Black Mage on your knights can focus on the Light Tentacle, and our Light Mage on your knights, i.e. Luna and Rapier, just attack the left. That's our weapon there, right? So yeah, very straightforward. And honestly, our journey up here, yeah, you can see taking 1 damage. We are front though. I'm not sure how much lightning, particle beam will do. I was expecting quite a bit from particle beam, but we'll see whether that holds a candle, so to speak. So as always, Ingus and Ark have the black magic, Lunaf and Rapier have the white magic. If we do ever need to, we'll just cure with Lunaf or Rapier. Yeah, that's the 1 tentacle down. So get the other one, because really it's that left tentacle that you want to get rid of first, because that can sort of deal the lightning damage, and especially if you're at lower levels, it will hurt. So yeah, do go for the just in case you didn't watch the part where I initially beat Cloud of Darkness, the left tentacle is only vulnerable to physical attacks. The right tentacle is only vulnerable to magical attacks. So I think both the tentacles had about 60k HP each, and the Cloud of Darkness was on 120. That's 120,000. But once this one's over and done with, we'll just get to attacking, and yeah, we should see the Cloud of Darkness done. Here's that particle beam. See how this is 300. Not too shabby. But again, I don't think we've at any risk of dying, to be honest. So yeah, Iron Giants can prove to be a challenge. Cloud of Darkness, piece of cake at these levels. So yeah, what's next then? We'll go over the Bestiary, and then we'll check out the gallery. So I'll catch you guys then. Right guys, so we found ourselves on the Invincible for what will probably be the last time, and with our Moogle buddies. So what I want to do at this point is just to sort of, again, this is our sort of file. We've pretty much got everything now, all of the MasterCards, and all of the chests, and all of the Bestiary. So I just want to quickly scroll through the Bestiary. I'm not going to take too much time going over them, but just in case anybody's interested in seeing what weaknesses there are, a trip down memory lane, so to speak. I remember those eye fangs, and unfortunately it doesn't really tell you the area where you locate them in. It's a bit of a shame, because I thought this could have been a bit handy for people who wanted to know the whereabouts they were located, but I guess it gives you a HP and your weaknesses, stuff like that. Now I know this isn't going to be the most interesting thing to watch, so I do have a bit of Final Fantasy 3 trivia, if I just get my laptop up, and yeah, if there's anything that catches your eye, just feel free to pause the video. So, for Spurs, you can steal Phoenix Downs off them if anybody needs any Phoenix Downs. So what do I have in terms of FFV trivia? Well, I'm specifically focusing on sort of stuff that's related to the 3D remake as well. So apparently there were unused animations that exist for the majority of the bosses in this version, and it's presumed to be a magic casting animation, because each of the bosses have animations for attacking, but not for casting magic. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Again, you may well know that it's taken, or it did take, 16 years for Final Fantasy III to get released in the West, and this was released on Nintendo DS originally in 2006, I believe. So yeah, I think the original was released in 1990 on the Famicom, and then of course the 2D version has recently been released. It's about a year ago now, I believe, but that's released on via a Pixel remaster. Yeah, apparently in this 3D version there's quite a lot of unused text that sort of intimates a little bit more story stuff, and it's a shame that it didn't really get added to this version, because I feel like the story at the beginning, it did seem to diverge from Final Fantasy III, the original version, and then it sort of petered out until you're just sort of following the FF3 formula, which again is good if you want sort of a more genuine experience, especially prior to the Pixel remaster being released. But yeah, I think in hindsight I wouldn't have minded the extra story stuff, so I'll go into a bit of detail about what has been cut, and I'm on the TV tropes trivia page for this information. So you know, I did check out the cutting room floor as well, and it seems to corroborate what TV tropes is saying, at least for some of the aspects. I'm not sure on all of it, not to dispute what it's stating, but just take it with a grain of salt, I suppose. I've not personally verified or found any sources. So yeah, at one point Luneth would have been separated from the party, and would have had a character arc about or sort of surrounding his pride, and apparently there would have been a character known as Falb, who's from the town of Toko, who would have accompanied Luna through Castle Hein. So I don't know whether Castle Hein would have just been like Luna with Falb, this character Falb, as like sort of operating how Sarah, Sid, Desh did, or whether I'm not sure how that would have worked entirely. And apparently the Evoker class would have been granted from a crystal piece found in the dungeon. Now, it doesn't specify the dungeon on this entry, but I'm assuming it's from Castle Hein. And then, it states that further on that the Bard class would have been received after a side plot in Duster, which is the Bard village, of course, involving Refia. So again, some interesting stuff. It doesn't go into any detail of what this side plot might have been, but so I think there was some reference to Tonfas in the Famicom version that got removed or reworded in the 3D version, because I don't think they're an available weapon. Apparently in the Saronia segment, Ark and Aelus would have left the party at some point after getting upset at Ingus and Refia for sort of treating him as a child. So again, that's pretty interesting, because there was a point where during one of those optional conversation parts, Ingus did compliment Ark on how he was dealing with Aelus, right? Or Aelus, the prince. So, and likewise, it sort of intimated that Ingus was supposed to go into the Amor sewers by himself after separating himself from the party, from getting annoyed by how light-hearted the other members of the party were finding the journey. Apparently there's also dialogue for Falgabad, where Ingus was shown to have some familiarity or some knowledge of the village, so sort of leading to a possibility that he was born there originally. Now, there was some this is specifically what I did see on the cutting room floor, actually, but there was text about Luneth getting seasick when he's on the airship, and yeah, apparently there's also text that was cut, or scenes that were cut, regarding elements of the sort of backstory involving the Flood of Light and Doga and Nunai's thoughts about Zonde. And I guess the final point is on Desh, and apparently he had his own room in the Tower of Owen that is still in the game, it's just not accessible. So yeah, I always thought that's a bit weird how Desh sort of comes in right at the end, right? After, you know, seemingly sacrificing himself. But yeah, that's all the sort of extra bits of trivia that I had for Final Fantasy III, at least for 3D Remake. But I thought it'd be interesting to sort of share. I don't think we're too far off from reaching the end of this little bestiary either, so I have at least managed to blabber on a little bit. Yeah, so because I know Final Fantasy IV 3D Remake sort of takes things into a bit of a different direction. Now, I am planning on streaming Final Fantasy III, the Pixel Remaster, on my Twitch account. But with regards to Final Fantasy IV, I am sort of working my way through the Final Fantasy series, you see, on Twitch. But yeah, with Final Fantasy IV, and if people are interested, I'm happy to sort of maybe do the Final Fantasy IV 3D version, like 100%. Bloody hell, Heckaton shares me. Yeah, as I'm happy to do the FF4 3D remake on via YouTube playlist, as I've done with FF3. Again, sort of going for the 100%. So yeah, Necto Dragon we can't fight in this version, obviously. So yeah, if anybody is interested in that, do feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to do so. But I do want to take a little break. I'm actually hoping to start Legend of Dragoon as well. Again, this is on Twitch. And yeah, that'll be my first time playing Legend of Dragoon. But yeah, the reason I wanted to do a 3D remake is I was tempted to stream it myself directly after I did the 2D version of FF3, but I thought, you know, people probably don't want to tune in to watch me do the same game twice, right? Back to back. So I thought it'd be nice to do it off stream and sort of create this playlist, and I'm glad I've done it. I have enjoyed my playthrough of Final Fantasy 3. There we go. Last but not least, the Iron Giant. Right, so the goblins, of course. And yeah, interestingly enough, it does tell you how many enemies you've actually defeated. I'm surprised going through this, how many I've done where I've literally only done like 1 or 2. I'm guessing those, I mean, the bosses goes without saying, but yeah, I'm not interested in the dragons at this point. I imagine must have got. But yeah, so that's the Bestiary, guys. Again, thanks for anybody who stuck through this bit. I don't know, maybe not the most interesting thing to watch, but thought it'd be worth showing off. So, let's get straight into the gallery. Last but not least. So here we go. So it has like a music player as well. Anybody cares to listen to a soundtrack. But yeah, what I'm interested in is the illustrations. Now, I'm not sure how you unlock these, but there's 54 of them. So let's get into it. So yeah, should we? Oh, can even rotate it. Package, of course. I do have my DS version of this somewhere. I never completed it on DS. The first time I completed Final Fantasy 3 was actually on the PlayStation Vita. It's a cool little job. Guess we're just getting some artwork up and all that. Yeah, so it's actually at one point it's like, you know what, let's go and beat all of these Final Fantasy games that I've not done yet. Just sort of like FF2 and 3 mainly. So yeah, I bought it on the Vita, and it's very good version actually. It's pretty much like the Steam version, except it doesn't have achievements, and unfortunately it doesn't have the auto battle. But yeah, I did go through it all, got all the chests and the bestiary. The only thing I didn't do was level up my job classes. Now you might have heard me moaning a little bit about that final achievement, the Jack of all trades one. It did take me a while. I sort of like aiming to do 2 job classes a day, job class level up. So I get home from work, do 1, and then before I set off for work, I'd do another. But yeah, it was pretty much like 2.5 to 3 hours per job class. Oh, this is sorry, I'll go full screen for this. Yeah, Luna. There you go, right here. Ingus. It's a prologue. And yeah, I think personally, really like, yeah, I'm a big sucker for concept art, guys. Yeah, I think I would have preferred if the achievement was just get all of the MasterCards, and you know, you only had to get job level 99 with per job rather than per job per character. I think it would have sort of saved a lot of time and made the achievement a lot more manageable. but again, that's just sort of my opinion. I'm sure people do like the don't mind the grind. And yeah, I was just having like documentaries on in the background whilst doing it. I guess speaking of achievements, I could, before we end this part, show off the achievements. I'll try to, because I realised for most of the achievements, I will have, because I played through each segment before recording it, any achievements that I got wouldn't show up, because I would have already achieved it off camera, so to speak. So I'll try to put a little annotation. That's a nice little visual. When I did achieve the achievement, or when I did game the achievement, but I think we're back at the beginning there. Okay. So yeah, I'll try to let you guys know about that. So I'll join you on the achievements page on Steam. Right, okay, folks. This is the achievement page, and we'll just run through each one quickly. So, Gone Adventuring with the Wind. I think this is one that you just get through the story by defeating the Djinn. Some like it hot. It's a salamander, of course. Lisa Kraken was a Kraken, and surprise, quelling the tremors was Titan. Warriors of Light is for defeating the Cloud of Darkness. Got Glutton for Rounds, which is for getting all of the weapons in Eureka. For a Rainy Day, that's just saving up 50,000 gil. Who Wants to Be a Gillionaire? That's for getting 500,000 gil. I believe I got that one in the Ancient Maze. iLLFiNiTy, purchasing your first, or obtaining your first summon. No Such Thing as Too Many, that's getting all of the summons. Of course, there are the 3 optional ones, Leviathan, Odin and Bahamut, but you can purchase them in Eureka as well. Nose for Treasure, that's opening 50% of the treasure chest. You should receive that depending on what order you do things, but if you're sort of getting all of the treasure as you go through the game, you should get that when you're clearing out the tower in Saronia. Do you know where Garuda is? Mine. It's open every treasure chest. You should obtain that in the World of Darkness. Collecting is half a battle. That's complete 50% of the bestiary. Now I'm not too sure when I'm not too sure when I would have unlocked this, at what enemy it would have been. But I can see that I unlocked it on the 15th of April, so I'll have to check my recording times on the video, and maybe I can try and narrow it down from that. Filling up with Grotesquerie, of course, and completing the entire bestiary. If you're anything like me, Iron Giant will be your last entry. One Sword to Slay Them All is for obtaining the ultimate weapon from the legendary Smith. Steel of Resolve is defeating the Iron Giant. Yeah, as you can see, I pretty much got that at the same time as filling up the Grotesquerie. When I grow up, I want to be attain level 99 with any job. And finally, Jack of all trades. So yeah, that's the sort of achievement list. And yeah, let's get back to the game. Well, now that we're back to the game, let's end the game. But no, thanks everybody, of course, for watching. Being a pleasure. As I say, if anybody's interested in me doing Final Fantasy IV in sort of this style, feel free to let me know. I'll probably do it eventually, but yeah. And of course, if you've got any suggestions on how I might improve, whether it's stop voicing the characters, or whether you don't want to see any of the Microsoft Paint stuff that I put in for fun, but yeah, maybe it comes across as a bit university lecture-y, which yeah, I'm sure you guys are just watching a playthrough, not a lecture. So yeah, let me know if you feel there's anything I can do to improve. Otherwise, yeah, cheers everybody for watching. This has been a 100% playthrough of Final Fantasy 3, all over and done with. Cheers.